Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to day 22 of an interesting reading that we are doing, The Magic. And this chapter today here is called Before Your Very Eyes. Now, before I proceed with this chapter and discuss read the chapter and discuss the important things in here, I want you to remember two lines. This is for our recall why this chapter is important, something that I think is going to help a lot of people. So the first one is remember this: the cosmic intelligence response. The cosmic intelligence response. This is one thing that I want you to remember before we go into um, this session, right? Because life is constantly responding to you as well, right? That is the first thing that is something that you need to remember. And other point is that gratitude rewires gratitude rewires your perception. Okay. So these two things I want you to remember before we get into the class. And now let's start the reading part. After, no, this world, after all our science and sciences, is still a miracle, wonderful, inscrutable, magical, and more to whosoever will think of it. Thomas Cryer, writer and historian. This quote means that this world, after all our sciences, after all the knowledge that we have of science, is still a miracle, is still something that we don't know. It is wonderful, inscrutable, that you cannot scrutinize, you cannot guess on, magical, and more to whoever will think of it, and more than what each one of us or whoever thinks of it. This life, this world, this universe is way too magical for us to understand in all its aspect. That is what the quote implies. 7 years ago, when I first discovered the secret and the magical power of gratitude, I made a list of all my desires. It was a long list at that time. That seemed to be no possible way my desires could come true. Nevertheless, I took my top 10 desires and carried them with me on a piece of paper every day. Whenever I had an opportunity, I would take out my list and read through it, giving as much gratitude for each desire as I could, as though I had received it. So, this is what the writer Rhonda Byrne is trying to give an insight into how the journey for her discovery of gratitude started. She says that she discovered gratitude 7 years ago. This should be probably more than that, not just 7 years, because the book is written many years back. So she says that I discovered gratitude 7 years ago. And when she discovered it, she made a list of all her desires, right? And at that time, it seemed very impossible. There was no way that these desires would be fulfilled. So there could be a lot of desires that you have or me have. And today we might not see, you know, we might not see any way that it can be fulfilled. No way, no way. There are a lot of things that we have in our life. You know, I had read somewhere, I think I saw this quote somewhere, is that when you aim in life, aim for the stars, right? It is very far. Stars are very far. So aim for stars. Even if you fail, you will land up on moon, right? So not probably not the right way to explain gratitude because I'm talking about a failure in here. But what I'm trying to say is that you should aim big in life. You should not think about whether you will get it or not. Whatever desire you have, aim big in life. Forget about the how. If the universe wants it, no matter whatever happens, you will get it. You will get it. So any list that you think is impossible, even if it is impossible right now, you still should have it because it's your desire. It's your list. All right. I took my top 10 desires and I carried them with me on a piece of paper every day. So she had the list of her desire, the top 10 desires, whichever she had, and she carried it wherever she went. Whenever I had an opportunity, I would take out my list and read through it, giving as much gratitude for each desire as I could, as though I have received it. With my number one desire, the desire I wanted more than anything else, I kept it constantly in my mind, and I would say the magic word thank you for it multiple times in a day. So let me tell you this thing that it might sound very unrealistic when somebody tells you, like she is telling you that have a list of desire and think about your top desire and imagine that you have completed that desire and you have achieved it and you have that, right? And then say thank you for it. Trust me, if a couple of years back, if you would have said this to me, I would have said, no, it's not possible, technically not possible, and it's a waste of time. But life and universe has given me enough examples and enough proof from the cosmic energy that I have received that there are so many things which I did not think I could achieve in my life, both materialistic things and both tangible and intangible things, both of them. I have received just through the magic of gratitude. I had a list of things that I still have, the things that I need, that I want in my life. And every time when one wish gets completed, when one, desire gets completed, I shuffle it up. I remove the first one, the one that got finished, completed. I thank it for it, and then I move on to the next one. But every time I use that, let's say it's my laptop. So I'm using a good laptop. So every time, now this was once upon a time, this was on my desire list. And I always used to imagine that I have the laptop, I'm using it, and I'm saying thank you for it, thank you for it, thank you for it. I did that all the time till the time I got the laptop and it came off my desire list. But even today, it's been at least a couple of years now I have got this laptop. And even today, I do not fail to say thank you when I use this laptop. I don't fail to say thank you. It's been years that I got this laptop. It's off my desire list. It's off my list. The new things have taken up the place of this laptop in the list. But even today, I say thank you every time I use it and I remember that I have been blessed with this laptop. The same time, I constantly keep in my mind what I want next. And I imagine I have it, and I say thank you for that as well, right? This creates a very strong field of, cosmic energy that is given back to us. So let's come back to the reading. I kept it constantly in my mind, and I would say the magic word thank you for multiple times in a day. The same thing I used to do. I used to keep my top desire in my mind, and multiple times I'll imagine that I'm using it and I have it, and I'll say thank you for it. One by one, every desire on my list magically appeared before my very eyes. As I received my desires, I would cross them off my list, and when I had new desires, I would add them to my list. Okay, I've done the same thing. That as I get something that I desired for, as I get it, I will cross it off. And if there is something new that I want from the universe, I'll just make it into the list. One of my desires from my original long list was to travel to Bora Bora near Tahiti. After spending a beautiful week at the exact place in Bora Bora I had listed, another beautiful thing happened. I was flying to the mainland of Tahiti on my way home when the airplane stopped en route to pick up passengers. The flight had been empty, but it filled to the brim with native Tahitians. And suddenly, laughter, smiling faces, and happiness that was palpable surrounded me. So she's saying that she had on her desire list, she had a place called Bora Bora. It's Tahiti. I think it's the American continent. And she wanted to travel to Tahiti, and it was on her list of, traveling. And one day the wish, the desire got fulfilled, and when she was coming back, she had her flight was empty, but apparently it stopped for on the way somewhere. Stop doesn't mean on the air, but it stopped. It landed somewhere, some airport, and it picked up a couple of more people into, into the flight. As I enjoyed the short flight with these beautiful people, it became crystal clear to me the reason why they were so happy. They were really grateful. They were grateful to be alive. They were grateful to be on the airplane. They were grateful to be with each other. They were grateful for where they were going. They were grateful for everything. I could have stayed on that plane and traveled around the world with them. It felt so good to be with them, and then it struck to me that I have just received my final desire. Bora Bora was the last desire on my original list, and the reason I was on that plane was before my very eyes. Gratitude. So the people of Tahiti, the Tahitians, they are actually considered very carefree people. They are considered one of the most happiest people in this world. This is because of their way of living. They are actually the ones who are very, very grateful to things. If you see, I would not want to discuss their lifestyle, but if you see how Tahitians live, they live a very carefree life. Something like if you have seen the movie Avatar, the original, people who used to live there on that planet, that is how Tahitians live. They are very connected to the nature. They're very connected to their family. They're very connected to everything that happens, and they are somebody who will have gratitude. They're happy for everything. They are really happy for everything. Everything. They'll find reasons to be happy for things that are around them. So she was traveling, and she apparently had the last stop wherein some people, some Tahitians actually joined in on her flight, and she realized that they were all happy. They were happy for every reason that she could find. Happy to be alive. They were grateful. They were happy to be alive. They were grateful to be with each other. They were grateful for being where they are going. So she just saw that these people, for no reason, they are happy. A lot of times we don't live in the moment that we have. A lot of times we don't live the happiness that we have. You know, it's there's a line, something that I feel very connected to, because a lot of times I have done this mistake in my life, and that is in pursuit of better, I lost a lot of best moments, right? In pursuit of better. So that means when you have a moment, you have a moment, you have a day, you have an incident, you have a reason. And instead of being happy for that reason, instead of being grateful for that reason, instead of uh, being thankful, enjoying for that particular moment that you are in, a lot of people would actually complain about things that it could not happen, right? So, example, uh, how many times we find ourselves sitting in a very beautiful, nice AC car in the middle of summer, on the middle of a road, and cursing about the traffic, right? So we do that all the time. How many times do we stand in the rain and we are complaining about rainwater, or we are complaining about that it's raining, not realizing that there are places in this world that do not have rain at all, not enjoying the moment, not enjoying the fact that it's raining, and you can enjoy that nature, you can be thankful for it. We tend to do this thing that in pursuit of better, in pursuit of better, we actually forget to appreciate the best in life. And when we do that, we are losing a lot. And not just losing the moment that we are living, but our complaint is also creating the future that we have coming for us. Right? So when the law of attraction says that it will, whatever you say or whatever you do or whatever you appreciate or talk about more is what you will attract in your life. So if you attract complaining, if you not attract, but if you indulge in complaining for a moment, if you indulge in not appreciating for a moment that you have, that you don't see, you will actually attract more reasons to be in that reason or in that situation. So, and it's a cycle of life. People who are walking, they want a cycle, right? They don't appreciate that they are able to walk. I'll tell you why they don't appreciate it. So people who are walking, they want a cycle. People who have a cycle, they want a motorcycle because it's more comfortable. People who have a motorcycle, they want a car because, yes, of course, it's a car. You can sit in the AC and walk. People who have a car, people who drive around in a car, they want a plane. So if you have a nice Mercedes, 1 crore Mercedes, the next thing that you want is a nice flight, a personal jet. People who have flight, they want to walk. They don't have the time to walk. They want to walk because by the time you reach, by the time you reach to the, by the time you reach to the position where you don't have, you have a flight, you are enjoying there in a flight, you forget that there was a time that you could walk, and now you are either old or you have put on a lot of weight, your health is not right, and you want to walk. So if you would have, if you would have, if you can think about the first person that you were when you were walking, imagine you are the person that we are talking about. So not you as in you specifically, but let's say anybody, and let's say it's me also. So if I am the person that I'm talking about, and if I was grateful that I can walk, when I was just walking, then I would have probably appreciated my life more, probably given more reasons to my life. So we always want something better in our life from where we are, but we don't appreciate at the position we are, because no matter how worse position or no matter what situation you are current now, trust me, there are hundreds who are in worse situation than that. So today, if you don't have, if you are walking, you don't have a cycle, there are hundreds of people who just want to walk because either they are paralyzed or they don't have feet or they cannot walk physically. So for every good thing that you have in your life, there are hundreds of others who don't have it, and they can do anything. They can kill to have the situation you are in. Thank you. So they can actually kill to be in the situation that you are in. So never run for uh, the better in life and ignore the best you already have. So what you have right now is the best. Appreciate that and you will get more. But be sorry for it, complain about it. You'll not go anywhere. Right. She goes on to say, I have shared this story as an inspiration for you because no matter how big your desires seem to be, you can receive them through gratitude. So she says that no matter how big your desires are, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the how part. You can receive them through gratitude. Even more than that, gratitude will bring a joy and happiness for life that you have never felt before. And that is truly priceless. Be grateful for everything that you have. When you are grateful for things, no matter how good, how bad they are, you cannot complain about it. So our human nature can take only one side. Either you can complain about either you can complain about this cup, or you can be grateful that you have this cup. You cannot do both. You cannot be grateful and you cannot be complaining. That is not possible. So when you feel the moment that you are in, no matter whichever moment or no matter whichever situation you are in, when you feel that gratitude, fill that with gratitude, you actually fill yourself with the positive energy, the sattvic energy. And when you are filled with the positive sattvic energy, you cannot complain. It is impossible for you to complain, you know, parallelly. From the time I began using gratitude and the law of attraction to the time I received my final desires on my original list was 4 years. To give you an idea of the enormousness of receiving all my desires in that amount of time, when I created my desire list, my company was $2 million in debt, and I had 2 months before I would be forced to shut it down and would lose my home and everything I owned. The money I owned on my personal credit card was a small fortune, and yet on my desire list was to own a big house overlooking the ocean, to travel to exotic places in the world, to have paid all my debts, to expand my company, to restore every relation to the best it could, improve the quality of my family's life, to be 100% healthy again, and have unlimited energy and excitement for life, along with usual list of material thing. And my number one desire, which seemed like an absolute impossibility to many people around me, was to bring joy to millions of people through my work. So if you see, this was the desire list that she had when she was in $2 million debt. $2 million, for people who don't know how much is 1 million, 1 million is 10 lakhs. So 2 million is 20 lakhs. 20 lakh dollar in debt. 20 lakh dollar into 80, that's a huge number. So when she wrote her desire list, she was 20 lakh dollars in debt. She had a company that was forced to be shut down in a couple of months. She had a debit card that itself had a small fortune to be paid. And she had used that, you know. But even in that situation, she had a list, and that was a magnificent list. If you look at the list, what she had, she wanted to travel to exotic places. She wanted to have a house overlooking the beach, overlooking the ocean. She wanted to have all the debts paid. She wanted to expand her company. She wanted to restore every relationship to the best it could be. She wanted to improve the quality of her family's life. She wanted to be 100% healthy again and have unlimited energy and excitement for life. Along with this, a materialistic thing. So, when she created this list, when she created the list of desires that we want to have, she was in the most negative situation that anybody could be. Yet, here you see, that she was able to achieve almost all of her desire. When you love something to the extent that you don't want to give up, when you love something to the extent that you don't want to give up, you will achieve it, you will get it. One of the best examples of having gratitude and being thankful is about how a child feels. If you tell a child to manifest something, if you tell a child to have a desire of something, if you tell a child that, go and manifest something and want something so badly, you will have it tomorrow morning or you will have it one day in your life. The children, they will never ask you how. They will never ask you. They will not tell you how. How will you get it? How can that happen? No, they will not ask you. They will just believe that it will happen and they will get it in their life. And that is what something you need to have. If you have a desire, don't think about how it is going to happen. That is not your job. Your job is to be grateful that the universe is giving you. It's like your parents, when they gave you something in your life, you never bothered about how they got it, right? Did you even think about your father or your mother or anybody in your family who gave you any gifts when you were a child? Did you think how could he afford it? Probably he couldn't. Probably took a loan from somebody to buy that gift. But you were never bothered about that gift because you knew the universe will provide you. As you knew, as your parents will provide you. And this is what you want. If you have a desire, make it a big one. Make everything that you want and forget about the how part of it. No matter how bad situation you are in, the universe has the capacity. The cosmic energy is always listening. It is always providing, and it has the capacity to provide you with what you want. Just have that faith and gratitude. The very first desire that I received was bringing joy to millions of people through my work. The rest of my desires magically followed, and one by one, they appeared before my eye. I crossed them off my list. So the first thing that she achieved in her life was to bring joy to the millions of people. And she is talking about this book that she wrote. So she was able to bring this joy to millions of people, and then everything else followed her home, her beach house. So whatever list, whatever desire she had, it just followed. And how did it follow? She did not do anything. She gave the gratitude to the universe. She believed in that desire that she had. She appreciated the desire, the moment that she was in, and she thanked for every desire that she had in life as though she has received it. So now it's your turn to use gratitude's magical power to make your desires appear before your very eyes. At the start of the day, take your top 10 desires, list that you created, read through each sentence and desires on your list, and for one moment, imagine or visualize that you have received your desire. Feel as much gratitude as you can as if you have it now. Now, having the list of desires in your life, having the list of desires in your life, and reading it every day is also very crucial in life because it is like a goal. And if you have a goal in your life, if you want something that you want to do, let it be anything. Let it be anything in life, right? If you don't have a plan to it, if you don't have a plan to the goal that you have, then what you have is not a goal, it's a wish that you have. And the difference between wish and the goal is that the goal has a pathway to it. However, it is, goal has the pathway to it. But remember, your goal should not hurt somebody. So if your goal hurts somebody, if you have a goal that hurts somebody, then that is not a sattvic goal. Okay, so you cannot decide that, oh, I am going to kill that person, right? And I'm going to make plans how to kill that person. If you are too dedicated to it, it might happen. But usually, in the cosmic intelligence, how the cosmic intelligence responds is that your wish should be sattvic. It should not. It should not leave pain in the path. And if you do leave pain in the path of achieving your goal, your goals will not happen. All right. Okay. So now it's your turn to use gratitude's magical power to make your desires appear before your very eyes. At the start of the day, take your top 10 desire list you created, read through each sentence and desire on your list, and for 1 minute, imagine or visualize that you have received your desire. Feel as much gratitude as you can, as you have it now. This is something that I have personally done for things that I have today. When I started, I didn't, and I started believing, I started doing, I started imagining, I started being in the moment and done it. I have I have imagined to the last detail of the color, last detail of the mechanism of things, of moments, of times that I wanted it and I'm having it and I've thanked it. So let's say if I wanted to have a bike, I have mentally imagined what bike is it, how am I driving, what speed am I driving, what helmet am I wearing, what road am I driving, how am I feeling, how is the warmth, how is the wind, how is the feel. I have imagined it, and every moment I have done that, I have thanked for the gratitude. I have thanked with gratitude for the moment that I was in. In the future, I've done that. Carry your desired list with you today in your pocket. One on at least two occasions in a day. Take your list, read through it, and feel as much gratitude for each one as you can, as though you have received it. Now, I used to carry this desired list, and I used to have a coaster, something like a coaster that I used to have, and I used to have it on my table all the day. And also, I have carried the desire as the screensaver on my phone. So I make the list of everything that was my desire, the top desire. And every time I close the phone, I lock the phone, I take a moment to read it. I just don't go through it just like, oh, no, thank you. No, I'll take a moment to read that list, read that particular thing that I want. I read it. I imagine that I've already been blessed with that from the cosmos, and then thank of show that gratitude, right, as if I have received it. If you want your desires to come more quickly, I would highly recommend that you carry your desire list with you in your wallet or purse from this day forward. Whenever you have time, open it up, read through it, and feel as much gratitude as you can for each one. When your desires appear before your very eyes, cross them off your list and add more. And if you like me, each time you cross a desire off your list, you will be in tears of joy because what seemed impossible was made possible through the magical power of gratitude. So carry your list not in your pocket because I do not see it, as very feasible when we have a mobile phone with us. So carry it as your mobile phone screensaver, carry it as your laptop screensaver, and every time you see that, every time you have an opportunity to have it, say thank you for it. Say thank you that you have received it as if you have received it in the future, and say thank you for it. Right. Now, this also works, this works so effectively. This works is because you are adding three things in here in the in the Vedic concept of this. You're adding something is Srishti, right? You're adding Srishti. As per the Vedic part, you're adding Srishti, and with Srishti, you have Sankalp, right? And with Sankalp, so you have got six Srishti, you have Sankalp, and then you have Shraddha, right? So what is Srishti? See, the the universe as it is, right? It is the universe extends itself or its consciousness. It extends the consciousness of everyone and anyone around us by what we energize it for, right? Whatever sankalp we have is the srishti of things that we will have. And whatever Shraddha we put to the Sankalp that we have is how it goes to the Srishti. So it is a chain that is connected in a very complicated way, so that whatever sankalp you have, you need to have that shraddha for that sankalp, whatever it is, whatever thought that you have, you need to have that sankalp for it. If you have that sankalp with bhavna or with that emotion, if you have it, you will create the future. You will create the future that your gratitude filled intentions had the sankalp for. So, this is about building your unwavering uh, faith, unwavering conviction, and the power of gratitude combined with the law of attraction. The more you have Shraddha, the more you have the faith in it. Something that we were talking about is yesterday when I was talking to you about is, if you remember, that was the difference between hoping and knowing. So the more Shraddha you have in this, the more knowing you will have. It's not hope. It is knowing that you will have. When you ask for help from the Creator, you have never seen him bringing something to you. So if you are in a bad state right now, and if you really want money, or if you want help, you have, it has never happened that God came to you like they come in the serials, and they will stand in front of you with their hand tathastu, and money comes off their hands into your bucket. Never happens like that. But still we have that knowing, that unshakable faith, that when we pray we will have that money. So that is about knowing, that is about faith. And hoping is probably combined with an experience. It is not 100% faith. It is like, he has done this before, it has happened before, maybe it will happen once again. So have that, don't have the hope, have the knowing, have so much unshakable faith in what you believe in, that everything around you, everything in the universe conspires to bring that desire to you. Be so much in conviction that it will happen, that you start thanking for it already. So when you want something in your life, appreciate where you are at present. That is the first and the foremost thing to do. So if you are able to walk, appreciate that. Thank you, I have a body that I can walk. If you are able to appreciate the relations in life, thank you, the relation I have in life. So when you walk, appreciate for being able to walk. At the same time, have the conviction, have the faith, have the knowing that the cosmic intelligence responds. Understand that it has nothing to do with a religion. It is about the cosmic understanding of the cosmic universe, the Vedic understanding that the cosmic intelligence responds. And be thankful, you know, thank it, have the desire, thank that you have a car, that it has given a car, not it will give a car. That is hope. If you say, oh, I will get a car, no. Thank knowing that you will get the car and you have got the car. Know it and express your thanking for it. Right. This is exactly what she is trying to tell in this section of before your very eyes. It is it is it is about validating, the principles of creation that starts with sankalp, that is intention, right? With your conviction. So creation, intention, and conviction. This goes in hand in hand. By consciously, right? By consciously observing and celebrating the creative intelligence of the cosmos around you, You are accelerating the process of getting the desires into physical reality. I have no idea how I created that sentence, but it sounds nice, right? So I forgot what I was saying, but I have no idea how I created that sentence. So I'm thinking if I can create it once again, but it is not it is not possible. I don't remember. I actually don't remember what I said. I said something about creation. I said something about creating. I said something about sankalpa and shraddha. So probably about creation, intention, and conviction. So this will help you convert or transform your desire into the physical reality that that you want or that you deserve so much in life. And that is how, the positive gratitude rewires your perception. you know Now what happens when you do this? There is something very interesting when you start doing gratitude in your life. It not just rewires your perception, but you start getting more opportunities. You start getting more signs of synchronization. Signs of synchronization means you will land up in situation which are very favorable to you. Somebody who has not contacted you for a long time will start contacting you for something that you want. So when people say, oh, he is very lucky, or when people say, oh, you are very lucky, it is not because luck is working for you. It is because your own conviction is working for you. It is because your own thought process is working for you. Okay, sorry about it. Uh, some noise that I had to take care of. So when you are more in gratitude, you synchronize yourself. You put yourself into the situation that serves you better, right? And your gratitude will become your guiding compass. It will actually show you the best possible way, and you will have shift in your energy. You will have, you'll have that positive attitude. So that is why this being able to show gratitude is so important in life. It is so important that you understand its power. And one most important thing that I would say is when you have this gratitude, you will also do a drishti shuddhi. You will purify the perception that you want, because you are filling it with gratitude. You're not filling it with anything else, but you're filling it with gratitude, right? When you practice this gratitude, you start purifying the lens through which you see things. You stop judging people. You stop being scared of things, because things will happen in the positive aspect. You will get it in the positive aspect. You start being less fearful for the situations that you are in or you can get into. You start losing that illusion that something can go wrong. Something will go wrong, that we are always fearful about. And you start being more clear in the things that you want. And more than anything else, when you fill yourself, your life with 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 gratitude, when you fill your life with gratitude, when you fill your life with everything, thankful for everything that you have in your life, you will get it in more clear format. You will get it in more, how do I express this thing? Um, as I can say that as you visualize is how you will create. Yes, that is the best way to say that. As you visualize is as you will create, right? So let's get to magic practice number 22. Before your very eyes, count your blessings, make a list of 10 blessings, write why you are grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel the grateful for the blessing as you can. So make a list of 10 blessings, write why you are grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. At the start of the day, take your top 10 desire list that you created. Read through each sentence and desire on your list. And for 1 minute, imagine or visualize that you have received your desire. Feel as much gratitude as you can. So take the list of things that you want, feel that list that you have already achieved it, and feel the gratitude for it. Carry your desire list with you today in your pocket or at least two occasions in a day. Take out your list, read through it, and feel as much gratitude as you can. So have a reason to be thankful for. Create the vision that you want, and so will be your creation. So have the list in your hand, see it, read through it, and be thankful for it. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic word, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. And the last thing before you go to bed, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic word, thank you for the best thing that happened in life. If you practice this over the period of time, you will get so many things to be thankful for. It becomes a little difficult to choose which one you should be more thankful for, or which is the best thing that happened for you that particular day. But I really wish that each one of you listening to this session have that moment, have that stage in your life where you have so many things to be thankful for, so many things to be thankful for, and that it becomes difficult for you to choose which is the best in the life. And that happens only with gratitude. Remember, every one of us is blessed in their own way. We are in this session in our own thing, and try to appreciate the moment that you are in. And that is when you get the better moment, because the law of attraction says that it will attract more what you're talking about. So if you talk about the problems is more that you attract in your life. If you talk about flaws, the flaw is more that you attract in your life. If you talk about troubles, trouble is more you attract in your life. But if you thank for whatever you are in, the universe will give you more reasons to be thankful for. Universe will bless you with everything that gives you that situation where you can appreciate it. So appreciate it, be thankful, you will get everything that you need. Remember, the universe, the cosmic intelligence responds. But how does it respond? It responds how you say it. So if you complain, it will respond to the complaint. It will have more reasons for you to complain. If you say thank you, it will give you more reasons to be thank you. That's it for today. I hope this gives you an insight about something that you need to be thankful for in your life. And it gives you a reason to be thankful for whatever you have, good, bad, ugly, whatever you have, be thankful. Don't lose, the best in your life in search for better, because what you have right now is the best, right? Be thankful for it. Everything, find joy in everything that you have and you do. And you will have more reasons to be joyful. You will have more reasons to be grateful in life. That's about it today. Thank you very much for listening to this. Thank you very much for being here with me. I hope this was helpful, right? And thank you. So I hope this was helpful. And in the next session that we will have on the next working day, we'll deal with the magical air that you breathe, right? Thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend. God bless all of you and take care. Thank you.